All right, this is going to be a lesson on blues scales. We're going to talk about the E minor pentatonic scale right here. So we have 2 on the big string, open 2, open 3, open 3. Let's go back. You can also use the open on that biggest string too. So once again, we had, if we started on the open, it'd be open 2, open 2, open 3 twice. Right, so now we have another position of this. 2 5, 2 4, 3 5, 3 5. Okay, now a lot of times people will use this way to get up there. Because that open G string right there, that's the same as this 5 over here in the D string. So it's a lot easier to kind of play that this way than to worry about trying to hit that 5 over there. So that's a way that people play them a lot more often. But it's good to see these full positions also. Now this next position would be 5 and 7, and then 4 7, 5 8, 5 7. Okay, so let's look at all these different positions again. So what that is it's the E, G, A, B, and D notes, just all the way going up the neck in different areas. So you end up with a different finger pattern to find those same notes in the different areas. So our next one is 7 9, 7 9, and then 8 10 and 7 10. Okay, and then we're gonna have 9 to 12, 9 to 12, and then 10 to 12 twice. And then when we get to 12, we would start over with basically what we did down here, because open is 12. So down here we had what was open 2, now it's 12 14 and 12 15. So that gives you all the notes all the way up the neck for like a E blues or something in E minor. So let's go through all those one more time. So we're going to start in the open 2, open 2. Let's try it together. 2 3 4. Go back. And we'll end on the E. Now let's do this next one. 2 5, 2 4, 3 5, 3 5. 2 3 4. And back. Okay, now we have 5 7, 4 7, 5 8, 5 7. 3 4. Back. Okay, then our next one is 7 9 twice, and then it's 8 10 and 7 10. 2 3 4. Back. Okay, and then our fifth one is going to be 9 12 twice and 10 12 twice. 3 4. And then we're back to our first position on the octave. So we're going to have 12 to 14 twice, and then 12 to 15 twice. 2 3 4. And then we ended on that E to get that resolve. Okay, then there's exercises we can do with these, like okay, so I went 2 0 2 on the big one. These are little groups of 3 notes, like triplets. So we start on the one note and we go back and back up, and then we're going to go to the G string, back to that E note here, back to that one. So we had 2 0 2 was one set, and then we have open 2 open. Open's being on the G string, that's the next set. Then we got 202 here. And then we have open on the second string, back to that 2 and back. And then 303. And then we have the little one open to the 3 and back. And then we have 303. And going back, we would go. And then open to the other 3. Because it's always a note and then a lower note back to that higher note. So that was open on the B to the 2 on the G and back. 202. So it's easy when they're all on the same string. It's a little more difficult, when you have to change strings. Okay, so that was a little threes exercise. Let's look at this one then. 5, 2, 5, and then 2 down here, back to that 5 and back. And then 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. What you want in the long run with these exercises is you don't want to really stop and pause between each set of 3. You want to keep it going like 1 and 2 and so you don't have no pausing between the sets, Okay, let's try this one. 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to do this one. 3, 4. Okay, the next one. 3, 4. And then this last one. Okay, and then you could do the octave one as well. Okay, so that gives you all 5 positions and even the octave position for E minor pentatonic. Now you could play in any key just by taking that first position. If you didn't know this already, if you took that, say, to a G note here, and we did that same pattern here, we end up playing the G minor pentatonic. So that would be good for a G blues. Say something like G, G7, C7, D7. That'd be a great scale right there to use. You got your little combining positions things. And so you'd have the next position would be that same pattern. So once you get used to these patterns, you really could really play the whole neck in any key. So if we had G minor pentatonic here, all right. Cool, so that's a little bit of pentatonic minor, and like I said, if you want to change keys with this thing, you take that first position and you find whatever note you want on your D string, and then you just go from that first position there. The other ones will connect. If you want to go backwards, then you have to connect to the 5th one. So say if I had this G here, and I wanted to go back to the lower one, I'd have to go to this one, because that was the 5th pattern. Okay, so there will be a tab with this, so check that out and start working on your pentatonic different positions, and that's going to help you with soloing, and it's going to help you just give you some good finger exercises, picking exercises, and start to show you the diagrams of how the scales make a big grid up and down your neck. Once you know all 5 of those, you can really start playing up and down the neck, doing different things and soloing better. All right, so we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.